Hello, it's James here. I hope you're doing really well. So I've got a really quick one for you today. The new update of Logic version 10.7.5 came out this week, and it's got a whole bunch of really cool things, and I just wanted to show you 3 of the things I really like. So we're going to dive right in, firstly with the gain tool, otherwise known as clip gain in Pro Tools, nested track stacks, and also individual stomp boxes. Okay, let us begin. Okay, starting with the gain tool, otherwise known as clip gain in Pro Tools if you're a Pro Tools user. It's a super useful feature. I use it all the time. It's really nice to have it finally in Logic. So if you go up to your toolbox over here, you'll find it's now appeared right at the bottom there. So what I do is I stick it on the right click, so in the one on the right hand side, and then anytime you hit command and hover over a clip, it's going to appear like this. Now, before we go any further with that, I always have my marquee tool automatically available like this. I've done actually a video on the entire thing, so go and check that out if you haven't already. But the way to do that, and I'll show you why it's very useful in a second, is go up to Logic, Settings, General, Editing, and then enable this marquee tool click zones. Okay, so that's really useful. And we'll get to how useful that is in a second. So get back to clip game. Hit command, that's going to appear, and now you can just adjust that nice and easy, really quickly. But if you have this marquee tool already selected as well, like that, it means you can just go into just tiny little bits that you want to do. So for example, I just want to gain up this little bit here, go like that, and now when you do command, it's going to highlight just that little piece. So particularly good if you're doing vocals, for example. So let's look at vocals very quickly. One thing you can't do is if you've got a take folder like this, it's not going to work. So that does need to be bounced. So let's just do that for a moment. And now you can use that to just adjust, like just little words. So I just wanted that one just to come up and go like that. Automatically, I can do that. Because we used a marquee tool, it's automatically making the cuts as well. So you don't need to worry about it. Boom. And this fella wanted to be much louder. Okay, so we're going to go like that. Amazing. That's just one use so far, but I love it already. Well done, Logic. Number 2 is nested track stacks. Now, I've done a whole video on this as well, so go and check that out if you haven't already. Track stacks are super useful. For example, I've got a few here, one which is for backing vocals, one which is called Easy, which was just like another backing vocal, but specifically just on that word. And then I've got another one here. Now, these are all separate, but they are all vocals, okay? These are all vocals. And before, you couldn't put a track stack into a track stack. Well, now you can. So that's really cool. What I'm going to literally do, and it's so easy, let's highlight all those track stacks because they're all vocals. And now when we do create track stack, you can do that. You couldn't do that before. So create track stack. We're just going to do folder because that's what we want it to be. We just want it to be tidied. If you did the summon version, that's going to then create essentially a track, so they're going to feed all the audio into that one track as well. So that's really useful if that's what you'd like to do. So now we're going to call that back in, and now I have all of my track stacks within the back in. So it just allows me to be even more tidy because I love being tidy. Nested track stacks, great. Okay, and the last one is the use of individual stomp boxes. Now, why is this useful? Because you could easily just pull up the whole stomp box thing and just choose which ones you want to use. I mean, yeah, that's great, but it just seems like that's overkill, especially when all you want to do is you want to just grab one stomp box. In this case, and I think this is where it kind of gets important, is you don't necessarily have to use it on guitar, of course. So it makes it much easier for you to use this on different sources. So when we go down to amps and pedals now, this one has appeared. Stomp boxes, all nicely categorized as well, which is very cool. So I'm going to get distortion because distortion makes things better. Let's go fuzz machine. Cool. And there it is, just on its own, ready to just do some damage.
You've got what it takes to change my mind.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, that just sounds gnarly as fuck, really, doesn't it? But I like it. It's a nice, easy way to now just jump into the delays. Okay, let's just do something fun with that.
You've got what it takes to change my mind.
Boom. The possibilities with that I just find is endless. It just makes things so much faster. I no longer have to go and pull up this whole pedal board, which is just unnecessary, isn't it? I mean, yeah, that looks fun, but it's just massive. It's already taken up all of the space on your screen, and I just can't be bothered with that. And already it's pigeonholing me into just using it for guitar stuff, when a lot of the time I don't want to use stomp boxes for guitar stuff. I want to use it on vocals. I want to mangle up the drums. I want to do something creative with it. So this allows me to do it just that much quicker. So there we go. Well done, Logic. And that is it. A little bit of a quick one today. I mean, there are loads of other updates that has happened in this particular update, so go and check it out if you haven't already. But those are just 3 of my current favourites, and I find them super, super useful. Go and check out the other videos. I'm going to be putting them just kind of appearing. No, not this side. It's going to be this side, that side, that side, this side. Go and check out the other videos that I mentioned in this video, and just have a good time. Okay, thanks for watching. Until next time.